Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 4 of Chucky. Last week's episode saw Lexi throwing a little bit of a party that just went up in flames, quite literally, as Chucky came and crashed. Well, not came. Due to a little bit of a back and forth with what's going on with her little sister and her trying to manipulate Jake and whatnot into giving her the doll for a night or forever. It seemed like it didn't seem like there was a plan to ever return Chucky, but she gave this fake apology in the hopes of, getting the doll for her sister to get in her good graces for a little bit. In the meantime, Jake had been kind of mulling over trying to stalk and kill her, and then there was an attempt on that where it turned out to be Junior instead. So I don't know if he was actually trailing Junior, but I feel like the intended target was definitely Lexi, but they wore matching hoodies that day for whatever reason. So he mixed him up for Junior, freaked him out a little bit, and then we saw him back at home testing out all kinds of different farm equipment to see what would be the best killing utensil. And then she came over, talked to him, and he made a deal. Gave her Chucky, and Chucky just tore things up. Killed Oliver. I actually remembered his name this time. I called him Owen. I knew it was an O. Give me credit. I mean, he's just like they've been this side character. I'm sorry. Some people were like, I can't believe nobody remembers his name. And I was like, he's barely a character. He's just kind of around. But anyway, if you guys want to see the full length reaction of this episode, check it out over on Patreon, or if become a member here on the channel, gets you access to that as well. It's just one of the ways you can help support us over here. Another way is simply by liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing these videos and helping get that engagement up, because it just helps them do well. Want to do more stuff like this, more things a little bit outside of our wheelhouse, and that's one of the ways you can kind of help make that happen. But guys, that all down and out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into this week's Chucky. Here we go.
Chucky, when did you become a killer?
Let me tell you the story of...
Oh shit, I forgot about this little first kill for Charles Lee Ray. Forgot to mention that. That was a nice little touch. You know, we're at the halfway point now, so I'm curious how the back half of the show is going to go. So I wonder if this body burned up, if he let himself get burned up. Some people suggested that, he talked about cleaning up your tracks after, you do the deed. So maybe that was his way, because, knowing Cult of Chucky, there's multiple of him out there. So he doesn't necessarily need this body, but he can fake a death by using one as kind of like a puppet. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know if he's got an alibi because he was just hanging out in the graveyard that night. But he wasn't at the party. At least none of them can say that unless they want to lie and blame it on him. Junior's okay. Aw. Damn. I mean, she was in her bed asleep, so I'm not surprised, but she's okay.
Jake.
And look who's completely fine.
Chucky did it. Did he kill your dad too? Holy shit! You gave that thing to my sister. You knew what he was and you put him in my house anyway. You told him to hurt me. Jake, did you tell him to kill me?
Not exactly.
You freak! You're so dead.
Where are you going?
What are you gonna do?
A fire that wouldn't have even happened if you didn't send that thing after me. Maybe I'm still alive. But that doesn't mean you didn't kill anybody at that party.
I don't mean to make you worry all the time.
There's not much you can do about that. I'm a mom. I'll be worried the rest of my life.
Sounds awful.
It is awful. What about Jake's doll?
Jackie, what about it?
Well, did you see it at Lexi's?
Yeah.
He's asking the weird questions now.
Oliver didn't die in the fire. Someone killed him.
Ooh. Scalpels and syringes.
Look, none of this is my fault.
Jake. Lexi, Jake wasn't even there. Haven't you tortured that poor boy enough?
I don't know. Chucky seems like he's got a little bit of a breathing issue at the moment. Jake. Aw. Or not.
How are you?
No permanent damage? Just gonna be stuck with his sexy smoker voice for a while.
Can you imagine going out of town and getting that call?
I know.
You know, something I didn't realize until somebody pointed out in the comments. I was like, why do I recognize the aunt? She's Talia al Ghul in the Arrowverse, and she was also in Jason X. So, like, that's where it's from, man. It's been bugging me for a long time, but thank you guys for pointing that out, because I hadn't bothered to look her up.
He's okay.
He's not okay. Doctors say he can't run for at least a month thanks to the damage to his lungs.
Now's not the time.
Jesus.
There were a lot of kids there, including your son.
Yes, but Junior would never be that irresponsible.
Oh, no, I didn't say he did anything. But he has been under a lot of pressure lately. Oh, I'm the negligent one? I'm the only bad parent
Jesus,
here?
Michelle, nobody's saying that.
Her kid's the one with that podcast.
What?
Let's just bring her in with it.
Are you gonna blame everybody but yourself?
Just back off a second, okay?
Oh, shit, look who decided to show up.
Relive your glory days. It's not parenting, Logan. It's pathetic.
Ooh.
I say we go back to your house. See if he's still there.
Fine. It's not like my parents will realize I'm gone anyway. God, I need a shower.
This is unexpected.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get you back in there, okay? I promise.
Damn it, man. He needs to come clean about that, because this isn't healthy. Uh-oh. Ah! Tiffany! Nica!
Who's that?
Is that the janitor?
It's Captain Hook. We got him. You got guts, kid.
Oh, no. No.
I saw him was up in my room.
Let's go.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know where your room is.
Give you directions. Just go.
Right.
I mean, I can't blame her. Like, she knows you tried to kill her.
All of this happened because of you.
I mean, if we want to play the blame game, we can trail it back a little farther, too.
Did you really want me to die? Did it really get that bad?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just say something?
What would that have done? Uh-oh. Look who's still here. And kicking. One of the Chuckies.
Chucky.
Oh, ew. Who? Nice work on this one.
The world's gonna be better off without it. Just one less little vicious Karen on training wheel.
A Karen on training wheels.
Is this your sister's doll? Your dad asked me to bring it back for ugly fucking doll, if you ask me.
Oh, great. So, I doubt... I mean, it's very possible Melty was chasing them around in the hospital too, stalking them, and followed them back here. But it also could be another one of his doubles, but we don't know yet. We don't know yet. I need a snack now. Yeah, it's gotta be more than one. Unless that guy's just back at the vending machine dead in front of it. Okay, he's still right there. was a very Chucky looking child. That was that same woman that was bouncing that ball around that picked up it from Jake. I wanted to say Andy. I think there's a Chucky soul in that baby. Dude. Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
I couldn't stand your fucking face. I don't know. Maybe I'm just projecting.
Did the nurse see this? Nope. Damn it. Shit. That would have been quite the sight. God damn, dude.
Promise me that you won't tell a soul.
I crossed my heart hope today.
Oh. That's gonna stink.
Don't need a tie and shirt on, just something simple to keep a smile on. I think our time can get better.
Andy Caputo? Does that sound familiar?
He terrorized Chicago for years. Prolific. They called him the Lakeshore Strangler, but he never really strangled anyone. I mean, he was more of like a mangler.
Get on with it.
You don't even have an alibi. I'm sorry, this must be very hard. I just have a few more questions.
Damn. And I mentioned this earlier too. His alibi or lack thereof.
It was...
Code White. Resuscitation teams and D-50 priority 1.
Carolyn, hey! Oh my God! We need help in here!
I think this is just as a distraction. Cat.
Why isn't there a signal? It's okay. It's okay.
He doesn't have. He's got an alibi this time. He was with you. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh my God, that was such a good end. Damn, dude, this is escalating. I'm digging it. This show's better than I ever would have thought it would have been. Like, considering everything's kind of coming out. I like that Devin's mom finally was just like, bam, I'm just going to confront him about it. Obviously, everything's escalating at this point. Doll's found, like she said, at all these scenes. Like from her side of things, it's all going to point to him. But I didn't expect the flip around on Lexi and his relationship after this experience. You know, when it's actually in front of him and actually in like his hands and not just a gut feeling or an immediate reaction to something. He's got control. He doesn't want these things to happen. Those are just his reactions coming through in an emotional state. And I like that they're kind of like in this tragedy of sorts. They are coming together and kind of getting a little bit of self-reflection on the path he was going down and the path she has been leading. I like that. So we saw a little bit of a moment of reprieve with her and her sister, as she opens up as well to him. Like, she's got a little bit of self-reflection going on that, yes, your bullying can go that far. It can make people feel like this. What, like, that's what happens when you push things and push people's buttons too far. And then Devin, like, taking all the clues together, doing his own little detective work, and then, at least in this world, it makes sense, because obviously there's going to be knowledge on Charles Lee Ray. There's going to be the Andy case was very, very popular. It was in the news, for that matter. It was in the papers. Like, you know, kid blames doll for murders or whatever before he got put up in the home and two and all that. And it kind of followed him from those years forward. You know, like it's like he had that history and it was public. So you could trace those things together. And it would definitely become an urban legend, considering every film is canon. I mean, he's killed Britney Spears. So it's got to happen at one point or other. What's with that woman, the ball, and that little kid in a good guy looking suit? Is that out of place, or is that on purpose? Is that just like a little hey, or is that on purpose? I think it's on purpose. I think somebody's got a little soul in an actual human baby this time around, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'm just stretching this thing far and wide, but I think it was fairly evident. There are multiple ones for sure in this episode. So, woo! Man, I'm loving it. Now, there's a body found where we got an alibi now for where he was when this could have happened. He was caught at the house. He wasn't even at the hospital when this guy would have been stabbed. And by the time he got here, he was immediately intercepted by Devin's mom. So, no way he could be tied to that. So, Chucky fucked up. Well, maybe not fucked up, but he at least absolved some doubt for at least this, and for putting any blame on Jake. I mean, obviously he still knows, and she would know that he knows a little bit more about what's going on. So there's going to be some answers that are going to have to come out there. But at least I think she might at least after this have enough information to cast doubt on him being the one perpetrating these acts. So that's a positive. Junior and his father, that little clash, the clash of the parents there in the break room was a nice little cathartic moment for a minute. But it didn't pay off in the long run, or at least reward us, the viewers, in the long run, when Junior conceded and caved back into his father's demands after his father was faced with that. His father did approach him, but with that kind of if you say the wrong thing, I might be disappointed kind of attitude, though. So I get why Junior didn't say it. So it's just I want him to break out of that cycle. I'm just curious, what kind of person would Junior be if he was just allowed to do what he wanted? What does he even want to do? What does he want to do? I don't know. I'd like to explore that. But then being able to discern that Oliver was stabbed to death really kind of helped push and just propel things forward with this investigation and all these events. And then we get more of Charles Lee Ray's backstory, of course, with the homes that he went to after the event with his parents. And then he killed the janitor there, and then he had this weird little Neverland thing with these kids. He set up Andy Caputo. Chucky. Andy Caputo. Oh, he said Eddie. That was Eddie. Oh. That's who it was. I heard Andy. I was like, what? It's weird that this series would have two people named Andy of note. It was Eddie Caputo. I was like, I thought it was this guy, but I thought I got the names wrong or heard it wrong. But yeah, it's the guy that he goes out. This is his old partner that he goes back to and finds after he's in Andy's apartment. He goes and tracks this dude down off on the rundown area. He goes in that house and kills this dude. Yeah, okay. All right, I remember this dude. Anyway. Yeah, okay, so that did tie around. That was a nice little catch. I was like, why does this sound familiar? And I was like, I thought it was that guy, but the name didn't sound right. The last name I recognized with I heard it. I just heard him wrong. All right, man, I'm loving this. But guys, I don't know what else to say at this point. I'm loving this series. So sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, check it out over on Patreon, or become a member on the channel to get you access to that as well. Feel free to join our Discord. We can talk about it there also. Links to that and all my socials are down below. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Share, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philip Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, and Jeffrey Hale. Thank you guys so much for your support. That's another episode of Chucky Down. We're at the halfway point, be over the halfway point now. We're in the back half, and we'll see how things close out. But I'll see you guys next week with the next episode of Chucky. Take care, everybody.